A word of warning when it comes to making bath bombs. This is my first attempt and they've all melted and dropped through the bars of the grill. Now this is what happens if two things happen at the same time. One, you have a very wet and humid day, and two, you put in too much liquid when you're mixing. So I'll show you now how to do it right. Normally, so that's 1 cup, which is 2 parts of bicarb. And then I'm going for 1/2 cup of citric acid. Now it's the citric acid that reacts with the bicarb to make a bath bomb, make it fizz. One of those. 1 of corn flour. You can use tapioca flour if you want to, or arrowroot as well, works. It's just kind of a carrier, kind of a bulking agent in this. So 1 corn flour and then 1 of Epsom salt. So ideally you want to do this on a dry day because it's all about relative humidity of things. It happens to be raining cats and dogs outside, so it might make it a little bit difficult. So I'm just going to mix through my dry just to make sure this is all combined. Stick it through a sieve if you want to, but I find that catches the citric acid because it's got a larger grain. Add a wee bit of colour. This is some red food colouring. If you use too much it will stain. I just want a very light pink in the final product. So just a wee bit. As I said, don't use really kind of pigmented strong food colouring. This is a fairly mild food colouring, it's not particularly strong anyway, so that should be fine. Shouldn't stain your bath. Right, so I'm just going to make the well in the middle and then move on to my liquids. Now there are 3 levels of liquid in here, 3 pieces of liquid here. So you want a carrier oil, a fragrance oil, and then water. Now don't add it all at once, so what I'm going to do is just measure out the right proportion into a little pot and I can add them to the bowl as I go. So I want 2 tablespoons of my carrier, which in this case is cast oil. That. Now I've only got the 1 tablespoon's worth of this fragrance oil, so that's what I'm using. It's a really strong gingerbread scent, so that should be enough. Although the bottle was labelled as being 15ml, and it pretty much is. That's my oil mix. And then I want 2 or 3 tablespoons of water. Now that will change and you'll need to add maybe add a little bit more to get the right texture in your powder to start with. So I'm going to give that a quick mix. I may not end up using all of this, but it's easier to do it in a small pot like this and then add it to the dry. So what I'm going for is a kind of a wet sandy kind of texture. So I'm going to stick in a wee bit and just mix that through. Now you're adding water to this, so it's going to activate the acid and the bicarb slightly. If you just add it in small quantities, it shouldn't cause major issues, it shouldn't make it all go. And there's not enough water here to really make it go completely. So just add a split at a time and just stir it in. You can see it's bringing out the colour quite nicely. I'm going to end up with a nice kind of corally pinkish colour. Now here you've got to be fairly patient with it. Don't throw all the water in, don't expect it to be completely combined when you get to the end of your little pot, because it may not be, depending on how dry your goods are to start with. And how humid your area is in general. So as I said, it is raining cats and dogs outside, so humidity is up generally, which may make this come together a little faster than it would do otherwise. Yeah, we're there. So I can squeeze it together and it will stay in one piece like that. It won't just crumble apart. So we're good. So I'm just going to have a quick shuffle right down to the bottom to make sure we're all completely combined. So there we go. I've got maybe a teaspoon of oil left, so not a lot. And I've got here some moulds. These are hemispheres. It's stuck together. You can use whatever mould you like. It's often easier to have moulds that will push together rather than moulds that you just push into. Because if you've just got a flat mould you're pushing in like this, it's difficult to get the right amount of pressure behind it. So what you do, you take your moulds, take a decent sized scoop of one, pack that quite firmly. You can see it, try that again, you can see it goes down quite nicely. And a scoop of another, I'm going to press that down a bit, and then take a pile more. So it's difficult to overfill these, it's very easy to underfill them. So bring it together and give it a good squeeze. I think I'm still under here. No, actually that's quite good. So I'm going to put these onto a tray with a rack just to dry off and set. So here we go again, I'm going to bring a sphere. Just like that. Make sure it's well packed. Yep. So that is how you make bath bombs, and these can sit out for a couple of hours just to dry off and firm up, and then they're ready to package.